Good morning and welcome to the AM News. Now, from today, Tuesday, 26th October 2021, the over 28,000 membership of the Health Services Workers Union of the Trades Union Congress have been directed by leadership to abandon their post. This is to protest government's decision not to review conditions of service of its members. They also cite government's decision to deliberately cause disharmony within the health sector. Okay, so let's move on. And the laws must work. That is the agreement reached between the police and faith-based organizations in a meeting held at the police headquarters. The meeting, called by the Inspector General of Police, comes in the wake of the arrest of a prophet who has been caught up in a gunshot attack hoax by dancehall musician Shatta Wale. The prophet, who was granted bail yesterday, is said to have prophesied the death of the musician. Addressing the media after the meeting, presiding bishop of the Methodist Church of Ghana, Right Reverend Paul Boafo, said they will embark on a sensitization program to ensure their members don't fall foul of the law.
Coming in to tell us about how religion can be used to foster coexistence and then also to obey and adhere to the laws of this nation based on the church's operations in Ghana. And some of the areas that we looked at indicated that the church can fall foul and can be sued or can be brought to law when it comes to noise making, when it comes to things that are inhumane, that are committed in the society. And all these things are not new. They are our laws, which we believe that they must be enforced in society. So all the heads agreed that the police must be supported by the faith-based organizations to do their work. And in doing their work, it means that the laws must work in Ghana. And that is what we are all agreeing on. And as a church, what we can do best is to support them with our prayers and also support them in every aspect of their life.
Gathered here this morning are mainly from well-organized groups. You have churches that fall within these organizations, but there are those who do not particularly identify, which has mainly been the problem. Was that, discussed at the meeting and ways to handle it? Yes,
it came out very, very clearly that unfortunately those who fall foul to these laws are not with us. But we believe that with the education that is coming and then the enforcement that will be put out there, they will come to know.
Now, Acting Director General of the Public Affairs of the Police Service, ACP Kwesi Fori, says they are poised to sanitize the system with a collaboration of the organization.
And key among the issues discussed is education and law enforcement. So the Public Affairs Directorate and the various councils, the Christian Council of Ghana, the Pentecostal Council, among others, will team up to do education. And we're not going to give a time period as we do education, law enforcement also take place, because some aspect of the law enforcement also could be a good material for education and sensitization. And so we've agreed that we'll be working closely to avoid frictions, infractions that may call for stiffer law enforcement, so that together we all build a harmonious and peaceful society.
Now, this meeting is coming in the wake of a recent case where we know a prophet was picked up in relation to Shatta Wale's arrest. Is this what necessitated this meeting?
We are all aware that there have been a lot of developments. As I said, in recent times, we've witnessed several developments that perhaps might have engineered, some of these discussions. But we're looking at the good times ahead, so that we can forge that sense of unity that sense of cooperation.
My question is whether the police will be increasing its monitoring of media platforms, which is mainly used by our men of God churches in propagating the gospel, where we have sometimes these infractions.
It is not a question of monitoring, but we are trying to work together with them to sanitize the grounds.
Yeah.
That is what we
That is it. It is to sanitize the system. Yeah, so it is not just going out there and monitoring like witch hunting. No, that is not what the police is going to do. But we'll make sure that things are put in order.
Now, there was a near clash between police and angry residents of the La Nkwantanan Medina municipality who hit the streets in protest of the terrible roads in the area. The protesters, drawn from more than 6 communities, blocked portions of the Ayi Mensa Danfa road by burning tires and preventing traffic flow. At least 3 persons were initially arrested as police attempted to pick up the Medina MP who led the demonstration. We'll hear shortly from the MCE for the area who has condemned the protest. But first, Manuel Kranting of our security desk was with the protesters and now reports.
We are demonstrating to make our motorable road known to the government. It has been a culture, because that's the only way the government hears the question. For a reason I don't know. I'm
That is the youth chief of Danfa being whisked away by police after he was arrested during a demonstration by angry residents in the La Nkwantanan Medina municipality of the Greater Accra region. The residents were protesting the deplorable state of roads in the area and calling on government to immediately address the issue.
Your health is our concern, so the simple thing said they should come and do the road. That's what we want. Anytime after we especially me, I'm a mate. At times when we come from work, the following day we need to go to shop. They should try enough. They are not trying. So they should be very careful. We are not dealing with politics. We are not. We want them to fix the road. They should fix the road. We are not okay here. Our life is in danger.
All the roads from Ayi Mensa to Otinidi to Danfa to Adotainment are sports. Akufuado, we are dying.
No honey, no do a taxi, no taxi, Akufuado, we are dying, we are dying.
The roads are terrible. As a taxi driver, I had to drop a pregnant woman because she was in so much pain.
The angry youth burnt ties and blocked portions of the road, preventing motorists from moving. It took police intervention to clear the road. MP for Medina, Francis Xavier Sosu, who led the protest, declined an invitation from the Accra Regional Police Command over the matter, citing parliamentary immunity.
Police have expressed consent. Say we are blocking the road. We are blocking the road. Road, I say, what kind of block are we talking about? So the regional commander of police is inviting me after this demonstration. I want to warn the Ghana Police Service. They will not put me under arrest. Suppose if I am ready. For leading a legitimate demonstration. I have declined the invitation. The parliamentary immunity that is conferred on me as a member of parliament, I am not ready to work the immunity for the police.
He was whisked away by his aides to avoid police arrest. Even though the authorities say the construction of the roads have been awarded on contract, contractors are not on site. For the residents, this is the first in a series of protests they will have if the roads are not fixed.
We have seen this deplorable word for years. We're coming back. We are doing. That's the only language the government understands, and so we are speaking that language. We will speak that language until that road is constructed.
Go against any rule. So we don't understand the reason why people should be arrested here, fought and back. But it will not intimidate us. This is not the first or the end of the demonstration. We shall continue. And Luther continue.
As they await government action on the road, the residents here will have to endure the situation some more. Manuel Clanting, Joy News, Ayimensa.
Meanwhile, the MCE for La Nkwantanan Madina, Jennifer Dede Jabing, has condemned the protests, describing it as needless.
Apologies for whatever that has happened to residents who live within this area. For me, it is a very needless protest. I have kept saying I've engaged the Member of Parliament severally, and I've informed him that this exercise was needless. Needless in the sense that this is a contract or a road that has already been awarded. So if you're trying to get central government's attention, there are lots of roads that you could get central government's attention on by not protesting. But in this particular case, it is a road that has been awarded on contract, but with challenges that the contractor is facing, has not been able to do much work. You have engaged the contractor yourself, and you have engaged me as chief executive. The reason the contractor has given is that the rains is making it difficult for him to come to site around this time. You've kept on putting pressure that the contractor should at least come to give an indication that you, the Member of Parliament, is seen as working.
When was this contract awarded?
Very unfortunate.
Madam, when exactly was this contract awarded, please? If you can hear me, Madam, we will have to hurry up with this. I would want to find out when exactly this contract was awarded.
November 2020.
And it's been raining all through?
No. So the
November 2020,
the contractor had come to work. Mm-hmm. It is not as if the contractor has not hit the ground. It is not as though the impression is created by the MP as if the contractor has not hit the ground.
So the reasons given to you by the contractor is tenable?
Nature of the contractor.
Thousands of Ghanaian youth in Kumasi trooped to various centers Monday morning to participate in a documentation and medical screening exercise into Ghana's security services. The young job prospects anticipate their enlistment by the Ghana National Fire Service, the Prison Service, and the Ghana Immigration Service will end their long drought of being unemployed. There's more in the following report.
Recruitment of personnel into the Ghana Immigration Service, the Ghana Fire Service, and the Ghana Prison Service began today here in Kumasi. And right now we are here at the Kumasi Babayaro Sports Stadium where the Ghana Immigration Service are having some recruitment exercise.
The medical screening and documentation exercise is expected to end by the close of week. The unemployed youth, including university graduates, joined long queues at the various centers in wait for their turn to undergo the screening exercise.
As you can see behind me, there are several unemployed graduates who have come here to be recruited. And we engage with some of them, and here's what they have to say.
It's been stressful so far. I reached here around 5:45. In fact, the time that I came here, I met about 300 to 500 candidates or applicants over here, which I started joining the queue from the Amas Gate. So I think by 2 hours or 3 hours, I will be done and leave the place.
According to ACI Charles Yaobidiakon of the Ghana Immigration Service, successful applicants will take an aptitude test on Saturday to complete the recruitment process.
It's going to last for 4 days, from Monday to Thursday. We break for Friday and they'll write the aptitude test on Saturday. So far, so good. We've not had any problems. It's a system we are using. It's not just looking at the person and say, go. We key everything and nobody can run over the system. They all have to go through the system. If you don't qualify, we take you out, then you go. We are trying to get everybody attended to within the 4 days.
The Trading Economics Global Macro Model has estimated Ghana's unemployment rate will increase from 4.3% to 4.60% by the end of 2021. However, Finance Minister Ken Oforiatta revealed the public sector cannot absorb the majority of the unemployed youth to reduce Ghana's unemployment rate. In spite of the revelation, some applicants are hopeful they will be recruited.
For me, I have hope because once the government has given out the clearance, I think we can pass through.
That's what they've been saying all this while, but they are still recruiting. So we are just trying our lucks, you see, because the unemployment rate is just too much. So you try your best, you shoot your best shots. If it's, then that's it.
I wouldn't be here if I didn't. I mean, everybody have an iota of hope before they spend their 100 cedis on this application.
From Kumasi for Joy News, Emmanuel Bright Kweku reporting.
Well, that's it for the AM News this morning, but the AM show continues right after this.